Not to be a dick, bro, but there's no way Jynxzi donated $1 million.
Nah, that's crazy, Jinxy. That's crazy.
Dude, I'm sorry, dude. I just feel like in this particular group of people, bro, you got the least.
Jynxzi has been one of the most overlooked but seriously influential creators in streaming for a long time now, and honestly, it's crazy to watch. This is the kind of dude making huge moves without constantly screaming for attention. No fake flexing, no non-stop bragging, just real results piling up behind the scenes while everybody acts like it's nothing. He's the type to revive games people already gave up on, pull massive numbers out of nowhere, throw huge money toward charity, and still somehow get treated like he's invisible, like he's just sitting in the background when he's literally helping keep entire communities alive. While other people chase headlines every day, Jynxzi stays working quietly, setting up collabs, bringing energy back into dead spaces, and helping creators around him level up too. Seeing people overlook him or act like he hasn't earned his spot is honestly weird at this point. The guy keeps proving himself over and over again. Certain games would not still be popping right now without him pushing attention back toward them. That's just facts. He worked his way into becoming one of the biggest streamers on Twitch, rebuilt dying scenes, pulled wild viewership numbers, and gave away huge amounts to charity, yet people still treat him like he just appeared yesterday with no impact at all. That doesn't even add up. And then there was the MrBeast charity stream. Huge event, massive creators everywhere, donations flying in non-stop, everybody trying to make a moment out of everything.
Fire, bro. Like if y'all play each other.
Echo? Who's echoing? Kai,
Oh my gosh, it might be me. Wait, is it better now? So go to your account, go to social, and then go to invite friend. That's a yellow button. Click that, and then you copy.
Hey, anybody in the chat want him?
About your account.
Anybody?
What do you
Oh,
think?
choose your player name.
He's single.
Meanwhile, Jynxzi had already quietly donated $100,000 without turning it into some giant performance. No dramatic speech, no waiting around, he just handled business. Then Logan Paul suddenly jumps in and says, yeah, I don't think Jynxzi has that kind of money, completely out of nowhere. No setup, no context, just straight disrespect thrown into the air like nobody would notice. That moment had people looking sideways real fast because it made zero sense considering everything Jynxzi had already done. Logan was basically acting like Jynxzi had the least money in the whole call, and the wild part is it came completely out of nowhere. Imagine stepping into a room and instantly trying to judge somebody's pockets, only to end up looking completely off in front of everybody. That's actually crazy. What made the moment hit even harder was how Jynxzi handled it. He didn't blow up, didn't start arguing, didn't get all defensive trying to prove himself. None of that. He stayed cool the entire time, kept everything smooth, and then casually said, I donated $100,000, like it was just another normal day. The whole vibe shifted immediately after that. You could almost feel the call go silent for a second. Even XQC looked caught off guard like, bro, why would you even say that? Because the energy got awkward fast. It wasn't even just about the money anymore. It was the fact Logan made that assumption so quickly with zero information. No asking questions, no checking facts, just instantly deciding what somebody else had going on. That says a lot. And sure, Logan matched the donation after that, which is good for the charity, nobody's denying that. But by then, people were already focused on the bigger issue. It was the disrespect behind the assumption.
He had this fire idea to coach me while I game. So damn, I feel bad now. I feel bad now because it's like literally was waiting all day and posted a flyer and all types of shit. You saying who give a bro? It's not about who gives a. It's about like the time, the stream. You feel me? I don't know. I'm trying to.
Jinxy has a long history of helping out, supporting communities, and making huge moves quietly without constantly chasing attention. Yet people still keep acting like he hasn't done anything important. It's weird. That same energy showed up again during the Clash Royale situation, and honestly, watching it unfold was rough. Jynxzi was the one organizing everything, getting the collab together, trying to make the event actually run properly. He's explaining where to go, how to join, what buttons to click, keeping it simple, and nobody is even paying attention. People kept talking over him non-stop, throwing random comments around, asking questions he literally already answered seconds earlier, and going completely off topic. The whole thing turned into chaos fast. Instead of listening to the person actually running the event, everybody just added more noise, and you could tell the frustration was building even if Jynxzi stayed calm through all of it. Jynxzi is right in the middle of explaining everything, trying to keep the event organized and moving smoothly, and then somebody suddenly cuts him off with, "Anyone in chat single?" Like, what is even going on at that point? The whole situation instantly turns into a mess. You can hear him trying to grab control of the stream again, repeating instructions, explaining things a second time, trying to keep everybody focused so the collab doesn't completely crash out. But nobody is really locked in. It's just non-stop chaos from every direction. People talking over each other, random comments flying around, nobody paying attention for more than 5 seconds. Even his own chat starts getting confused because the energy is all over the place.
Hey, show me your call. Show me your call. Show me your call.
Listen, that disrespect. Yes, thank you, AJ. The disrespect not only to us, but to Jynxzi. To Jynxzi, you're disrespecting Jynxzi's tournament. You're disrespecting Jynxzi.
I asked you to quit the
Jynxzi sounds confused too, and you can tell the whole setup is slowly falling apart live in front of everybody. That's what made it so awkward to watch. The person who actually planned the event couldn't even get half a minute of focus from the group he brought together. Then, things got even more uncomfortable when Kai suddenly left without saying anything first. No warning, no, "I'll be back," no quick message to Jynxzi, nothing at all. He just switched over to IRL content and dipped, leaving Jynxzi sitting there trying to hold everything together alone. That moment definitely stood out because Jynxzi had already put real time into organizing the entire collab for everybody involved. You could tell it bothered him when he mentioned having to respect people's time, and honestly, that line hit harder than expected. He already had everything planned out, made it easy for everyone to join, handled the setup, and tried to create something entertaining, only for people to drift off like it didn't matter. Even people on Twitter started calling the situation out, because from the outside, it looked rough. Jynxzi brought the whole group together from scratch, tried to make the collab work, and still ended up getting ignored mid-stream. That made the entire situation look way worse than it needed to. And honestly, it shouldn't even be complicated. If somebody takes time to organize an event for you, the bare minimum is giving them a little communication and respect instead of disappearing without a word. That's just normal behavior. What really made people side-eye the situation even more was how the explanation only showed up after everything was already falling apart.
All right, chat, I'm gonna go to the gym, bro. I don't even know what's going on. All right, I'm gonna see y'all boys, bro. I tried to set up
The second chat started spamming El Kai. The whole story suddenly changed. Out of nowhere, it became, "Oh, I didn't even want to do IRL anyway," and "I already told Jynxzi I wanted to do a one-on-one stream." And that's where people started looking at the situation sideways because the timing felt super questionable. If that was really the plan from the beginning, then why not say that clearly before leaving? Why just disappear without any warning and explain everything afterward once people already started calling it out? That's what made the situation feel off to so many viewers. The explanation didn't come first, it showed up after the backlash started building, and that completely changed how people viewed it. At that point, it wasn't even just about leaving the stream anymore. It was about the way everything got handled afterward. Mistakes happen. People switch plans all the time, nobody's denying that. But when communication only appears after the pressure starts hitting, it naturally makes the whole thing look messy. That's why people saw it as disrespectful towards someone who spent time putting the event together in the first place. Then there's the Cliff situation, and honestly, this one goes from awkward to just plain weird real fast. Jynxzi loses a bet, which is normal streamer stuff. You lose, you pay up, simple. That should have been the end of it.
What am I doing? Why does it Al Kai? No, tell Jynxzi. Matter of fact, no. Okay, yeah. I'm going to Jynxzi, bro. Tell Jynxzi they had something planned IRL, but nigga, I'm about to do a one-on-one. Tell Jynxzi I'll do the one-on-one with him. I'm not doing it. I didn't want to do the IRL shit.
But then Cliff takes things somewhere completely unnecessary. He jumps onto social media, digs up an old photo of Jynxzi's girlfriend from over a year ago, and posts it while Jynxzi is live with his creator code written across her chest. Like, come on now. Everybody knew exactly what kind of reaction that was trying to get. That wasn't some harmless little joke people randomly misunderstood. It clearly crossed into weird territory fast. And the second Jynxzi called it out, here comes the classic response people always use. It's just trolling, bro. That excuse gets thrown around every single time somebody pushes things too far and suddenly doesn't want accountability afterward. People love acting reckless and then hiding behind, "it was a joke," once the backlash starts rolling in. What made the situation stand out even more was how calm Jynxzi stayed through all of it. He didn't start screaming, didn't throw insults around, didn't lose control trying to make a scene. He kept it direct and simple. Delete the post and apologize. That's it. No extra drama, no over-the-top crash out, just asking for basic respect and accountability. But instead of ending it there, Cliff dragged the whole thing out for nearly 20 minutes, which honestly made everything look even worse.
Anybody in the chat want to?
So
Anybody single in the chat?
chat, I don't even know if this is gonna happen, bro. I don't even know if a single word I've said is.
That spam boy about to smack shit.
Can you guys hear me?
I ain't gonna lie, he tough. I ain't gonna lie, he faked up that. I ain't gonna lie, he
Kai is doing an IRL?
Once again, need to know.
What the f is this?
Wait, it's
Rather than simply admitting it went too far, he started arguing, deflecting, and trying to flip the situation around like Jynxzi was somehow overreacting. That's the part that really had people shaking their heads because the solution was so simple from the start. That's what makes the whole thing so weird. You post somebody's girlfriend during a live stream for attention, then act confused when the person isn't laughing along with it. Come on now, that reaction should have been obvious from the start. It got so awkward that Jynxzi eventually had to straight up say, "You don't get paid unless you delete it." Think about that for a second. The situation didn't get fixed because somebody realized they crossed a line or wanted to show basic respect. It only started changing once money got involved, and honestly, that made the apology feel even less genuine. The apology didn't come across like, "Yeah, I shouldn't have done that." It felt more like, "Fine, I'll delete it because people are upset." And that difference matters a lot. One sounds sincere, the other sounds forced because the pressure got too heavy. People online noticed that immediately too. Nobody was really buying the whole just trolling excuse anymore. Most viewers saw it for exactly what it looked like. Clip farming for attention. Not harmless jokes, not playful content between friends, just using somebody else's personal situation to create reactions and rack up engagement. That's why the backlash hit so hard. People can usually tell when something feels genuine versus when somebody is clearly chasing a viral moment. Then the tournament situation happens, and this one falls apart in a completely different way.
I ain't gonna lie. I told him not to do IRL. Tell Jinxy I don't want to do I'm not doing IRL shit, gang. I'm not. No. I don't have to chat. Listen, lad, listen. No. Tell him come back. He got on for real? Jinxy ended for real? Oh God. Bro.
Jynxzi spends an entire week setting up a Rainbow Six event, making sure everything is organized properly. He's confirming players, checking schedules, planning the stream flow, handling all the details behind the scenes so things can actually run smoothly. Real effort went into it. Then the event finally starts, and everything instantly turns into chaos. Some people aren't ready, some don't even have the game installed yet, and others are distracted doing completely unrelated stuff like the tournament barely exists. The energy was all over the place. Instead of feeling like a planned event, it starts sounding like background noise while everybody focuses on random nonsense somewhere else. At one point, someone even directly says the situation isn't just disrespectful to the event, it's disrespectful to Jynxzi himself because he actually put time and work into making it happen. And honestly, that's what made the whole thing hit harder. This wasn't some random last-second idea thrown together in 5 minutes. He carefully planned everything out, organized it properly, made sure everybody could participate easily, and genuinely tried to create something entertaining for everyone involved. And in return, he got disorganization, zero urgency, and people treating the whole thing like it wasn't important at all. After a while, it stops feeling frustrating and just starts feeling disappointing to watch because you can clearly see who actually cared about making it work. At this point, it almost feels like every time Jynxzi tries building something with other people involved, the whole situation somehow starts falling apart.
Try to do a little art like these.
Are you leaving?
Yeah, I don't.
When are you playing Marvel Rivals?
And I don't really know what Ron's doing.
Give me a hug, brother. I'm sorry.
You're good, bro. You didn't do anything wrong. You're good.
But get what I'm saying, gang.
There's this strange pattern where things never seem to go the way they're supposed to around him, even when he's clearly putting real effort into making everything work. But this time, the situation got even bigger because it wasn't about streamers anymore. Now people started looking at the actual game developers themselves. Clash Royale suddenly starts exploding again, with huge growth, massive player spikes, crazy engagement numbers, and everybody online noticing the comeback happening in real time. The game was everywhere again. Then the company releases a big statement celebrating the success. They thank the team, the updates, the strategy, the marketing, all of that stuff gets praised publicly. But somehow, Jynxzi's name never gets mentioned once, and that's where people really started side-eyeing the situation. The timing lined up way too perfectly for viewers not to notice. Around the same time the game started blowing up again, Jynxzi was heavily streaming it and bringing huge attention back toward the community. Other creators were openly saying they downloaded the game again or spent money on it because of his streams. Tons of viewers were returning to Clash Royale specifically because they kept seeing him play it non-stop. That impact wasn't hidden at all. People watched it happen live, and still, not even a small acknowledgement from the company. No quick mention, no appreciation, nothing. It came across like that entire wave of attention just magically appeared on its own without creators helping drive it forward. Now to be fair, even Jynxzi himself admitted he wasn't the only reason behind the comeback. He gave credit to other creators too, and made sure people knew multiple streamers helped bring attention back to the game. That's what makes the situation even crazier. He wasn't acting arrogant or trying to claim he single-handedly carried everything by himself. That's not even his style.
I had hella fun, like streaming with Ron and Lacey, I had hella fun. They're good dudes, I had a great time streaming with them. But that was the reason why I left, was because they had a sponsored stream that I wasn't told about. And then apparently it ended up not happening, and something happened with the sponsorship behind the scenes where the sponsorship got mad at them. So then Ron was in a really bad mood. Lacey was trying to like pick up the spirits. By the way, W Lacey. But Ron was in a bad mood, rightfully so. Everyone in FaZe was in a bad mood. Max was in a bad mood. Ron was in a bad mood.
But completely leaving him out after all that visible impact, that's the part people couldn't understand. Not even one mention after helping push the game back into mainstream conversations again feels super off to a lot of viewers. And then people online started pointing out something even more uncomfortable. Some were saying it looked wild for the company to celebrate the comeback so heavily while ignoring creators who actually helped rebuild interest after years of frustration inside the community. That's the kind of comment that spread fast because a lot of players already had mixed feelings about previous updates and decisions. One tweet basically summed up the entire mood perfectly by saying it's crazy to take full credit for a comeback while ignoring the creators who helped bring players back in the first place. And honestly, that hit hard because people had literally watched the shift happen in real time through streams, clips, and community reactions. The more the company talked about having a historic year without mentioning creators, the more disconnected the statement started sounding to players. Some people even started saying the leadership felt completely out of touch with what was actually happening inside the community because viewers clearly knew who helped reignite interest in the game. That's what made the situation feel so frustrating for fans. Nobody's saying developers don't deserve credit too, because obviously updates and support matter, but when someone plays a major role in bringing worldwide attention back to a game...
Jynxzi had this fire idea to coach me while I game. So damn, I feel bad now. I feel bad now because it's like, literally was waiting all day and posted a flyer and all types of shit. You saying who give a bro? It's not about who gives a. It's about like the time. It's a stream. You feel me? I don't know. I'm still gonna do it. I'm not
completely acting like that contribution didn't exist is naturally going to rub people the wrong way, especially when the entire community watched it happen step by step in real time. That's where the whole thing starts looking really bad. Jynxzi was clearly helping bring life back into the game, pulling old players back in, boosting interest everywhere, and rebuilding hype in real time. But instead of even a quick acknowledgement, the official side acted like none of it happened at all. Fans immediately called it disrespectful, and honestly, it's hard to blame them when the impact was so obvious. Then came the FaZe House situation, and this one was just a complete mess from beginning to end. Jynxzi flew across the country for a big IRL stream opportunity, thinking everything was already prepared. But when he got there, the setup wasn't ready at all. No proper configuration, missing equipment, confusion everywhere, and somehow the setup he was supposed to use actually belonged to somebody else who didn't even know it was being used. After that, everything started crashing into each other. Scheduling issues, sponsorship problems, constant confusion, the whole thing turned chaotic fast. You could tell by his face he was stressed and uncomfortable trying to deal with all of it, and in the end, he just left with no real content and a completely wasted trip.
Super big on not planning out anything and doing things spontaneously, which I was fine with that too. Everybody said I left because we had nothing planned. That might have been like a mini reason. The real reason why I left was because I wasn't told that they had a sponsored stream for 1.5 hours. I was not told that until I was there. I got there because I told them I was coming a week in advance. I got to the face house, they're like,
That's the part that made people frustrated because it never should have gone that badly in the first place. What makes it even crazier is people there admitted it themselves, saying the situation wasn't handled properly. And once again, it all came back to the same issue. People not respecting his time, effort, or taking things seriously until everything already fell apart. What really stands out is how Jynxzi handles everything. He doesn't explode, go on angry rants, or turn situations into drama for attention. Even when you can tell he's frustrated, he stays calm and keeps moving forward, and that says a lot about him. After a while, all these situations start looking like a pattern. Jynxzi puts real effort into streams, collabs, and events, shows up prepared, and still somehow gets overlooked or not taken seriously, while everything around him turns chaotic. The charity stream moment, collabs falling apart, lack of credit, failed setups, all of it connects, and through every situation, he's usually the calmest person there. That's what makes it stand out even more. Most people would have turned these moments into huge internet drama instantly. Clips everywhere, non-stop arguments, social media going crazy. But Jynxzi doesn't move like that. He stays respectful, keeps things under control, and keeps pushing forward even when the energy around him feels off. And honestly, that might be why people underestimate him. He's not loud about what he does or constantly demanding attention, but ignoring his impact doesn't make it disappear. If this was somebody else, the internet probably would have blown the whole situation up already. The calm ones usually get tested the most, and honestly, that's exactly what this whole situation feels like. Over and over again, Jynxzi keeps getting overlooked even though his impact is obvious. Fans across different platforms noticed it too, and a lot of people were confused how someone helping bring so much attention back could keep getting ignored like he wasn't important. At some point, it stops looking like a random mistake and starts feeling like a real pattern. People talking over him, underestimating him, dismissing his effort, or using situations for attention, it just keeps happening again and again. And the wild part is he still stays calm through all of it instead of turning everything into internet drama. Personally, it feels like Jynxzi deserves way more respect for the amount of work and influence he's had behind the scenes. But what do you think about the whole situation? Do people really underestimate him, or are viewers overreacting? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments below.